In today's lecture, what we will do, we'll have different HTML tags. So by that, you will come to know how HTML tags are used. Gradually, we will move. Okay, then we will have the CSS. We'll have the XML also. After that, we'll move to the JavaScript. Then we'll have the Bootstrap. So step by step, you will come to know how web applications they are developed. But these are the basic things. Okay, it is not like that directly we'll move to the Bootstrap, because say, you should know the basic HTML tag. Then only it is possible to go for the Bootstrap. Okay, you should know JavaScript. You should know CSS. Okay, step by step we will move. So in today's lecture, we'll have the basic HTML tags. Also, we'll see how to create table, how to create form. Okay, that thing we'll see. So HTML already, that part we have covered. This is the markup language which is used to design hypertext. Now see, any HTML document, we have this, right? We have the different phases. Not different phases, we have the different section. Uh, for you, maybe it will be trivial already if you know that, but still we'll cover that. Okay. So every HTML document get opened with the HTML tag, and this is a closing HTML tag. Within that, we have a header section. So in a declaration, here we have to mention, right? Even internal style sheet is also mentioned in the header section. So any JavaScript also here we are mentioning in header section we are writing there. What is the actual thing that will be put on that web page? So that thing we have to mention in a body. Okay. Now see, for HTML web page, simply if you have written one a file, okay, so by using Notepad or Notepad plus plus, you have created one file, you have saved data there. Just if you double click on that, so it will get open in browser. But see, when we have the uh, when we have database, or when we add dynamic program code, so our simple browser is not sufficient. We require the web server. Okay, so any web server you can use. You can set up Tomcat for that. Here I'm using XAMPP. So see, we have this XAMPP. So it is a basically collection of multiple softwares. Okay, you can install XAMPP on your machine. By this also you can run your PHP web pages. So it is providing one server, that is Apache. Okay, just I'm starting this. Okay, now see, we have to create one web page. So see, on my machine, see, I'm going to Windows. This is XAMPP, right? In htdocs, all these are the folders they have created. Okay. So for our certificate course, so see what I have done. This is the folder I have created. In this, I have multiple web pages. Okay, so any web page you can create. Very simple. See, for example, Notepad plus plus. Okay, even you can use Notepad, Notepad plus plus. Any editor you can use. Okay, here we can write the code. We can save it. Okay, you can have to save it as a .html. Very basic things so that you can do. So already I have created some web pages. Okay. So see how it looks. I will open with the Notepad plus plus. Very simple web page here I have created. Header section. This is the body section, right? In HTML, normally we have to mention doc type, but though we have not written, but it is a pre-assumed, right? It is a default one. Title, and these are the body section, right? So whatever we want that should be seen on that particular web page. Uh, Likewise, here we can write. Okay. Now see, see, is it just simple HTML web page? It is static web page. We are not using any functionality there. So normally, if you double click on that, still it will get open. See, normally if I double click on that, so here also we are getting, right? It is a H1 and what is the normal text that I have written? So just by double clicking also it got opened, right? Same thing, but now I want to open by the our XAMPP server, web server. Okay, so see, already I have started web server, right? Apache server already I have started. We'll access it from this. Let us see. Localhost. Now see, localhost, and here also you can mention like this colon to forward slash. Okay, that also things you can mention. Directly here I am writing localhost. What are the folder that we have created? Now see, this is our website, right? So we have created one project, and we have given one name, that is certificate course. So if you are using XAMPP server, So where we have saved that. So see, in jam folder, we have the htdocs folder. Inside that htdocs folder, here we have created multiple projects, right? So one project with the name certificate course. By default, index.html, okay, that is your home page. So here I have not mentioned any web page name, right? So by default, our index.html page got opened. So whatever the things I have mentioned there, so accordingly I got the output. Now see, I have created multiple web pages. So web page one, let us see what is there. Web page 1.html, let us see. Okay, so same thing it is there. Then web page 2, let us see. So this is the web page. Here I have used multiple tags. See, here I have used bold tag to make some text as a bold one. Heading here we have given. Here we are writing text in italic, underline. Here superscript, right? For example, see 5 raised to 3, a raised to 5, something like that. So that's superscript. We have subscript. Okay, the subscript here down here we are writing. Okay, then again similar to bold only, but here we are using strong tag. Similar to italic tag only, but here we are using em tag. So strong tag and bold tag, basically they will give the same output, but they have made for the different purpose. Okay, so bold tag for different purpose, strong tag for the different purpose, but basically final outcome is same. Then we have pre tag. One by one we will see. Okay, then we want to strike some text. Here we have the hyperlink. Okay, so if I click on that, here I am getting. Okay, then we have image we have added, right? Then we have list, that is the order list, 1 to 3 ABC, capital ABC, Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3, on order list. Then here definition list. Okay, so we have heading and we have the text, heading and text, heading and text. So here basically what we have done, we have used multiple tags. Okay, so that was we have page 2.html. Then in 3 we have one table. Okay, so we have created one table. And see, so table basically we have rows and columns, right? Rows and the columns that we have. And so see, these are the rows and these are called as the columns, right? These are the columns. This is one cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell, right? We have the multiple cell. This is a caption that we have given, right? Then here, these are the headings, right? ID, name, first name, last name, department. Those are in bold, right? Bold font, it is there, right? Then these are the normal text. If you observe here, so this ID, this cell value is spanned among the two rows. See, ID, it is not a single row, but this ID is among the two rows. Even, okay. Then name, this name is one column and it is spanned among the two columns, right? This name, but it is spanned among the two columns. Right, so this is how table is created, how it is spanned among the multiple rows, how it is spanned among the multiple columns. Everything we will see. We'll see one by one. Just I will show you how this web pages looks. So today we will see basics of HTML. Okay, so after that CSS will be covered, JavaScript will be covered, Bootstrap will be covered. So by that time you will learn how to create a very good website. Okay, so by the end when Bootstrap you will learn, by that time you will have a very good website. You will have the navigation bar, you will have the header, you will have the footer. Okay, how good website that is built, so at the time you will come to know. But these are the basic building blocks. Okay, the step by step you have to go further. Then this is a HTML form, right? So see, this is a web page 4.html. This is a text field, then it is the password, then email ID, then here color. So see here, if I click on that, from here I can choose the color picker. Date of birth. So see, if I click on this, so here from this I can choose a date. I can choose a time from this, right? Then satisfaction level. So I can choose this. Okay, so here I can decide the range. For gender, we have the radio buttons, we have the check boxes, then we have the drop down. These are the drop down, right? And here we have the text area to put the comments, and then we have the buttons. Okay, this button is disabled. This button, by that we can submit some values to the other web page. We can reset it. Okay, so this is the basic form. So see, just step by step we will go. We will see how different tags are used. So I think by this you have come to know how basic tags those are used. Okay, and by using that, how web pages are written. Very simple heading and the text. Right. So step by step we'll go. Okay. So this is how this is the structure of a HTML document. HTML opening tag, HTML closing tag. We have header section. There we can mention the internal style sheet. There we can mention the JavaScript. And body section. What actually should be there on a web page that we have to mention in a body. So normally HTML tag for this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. That closing tag we have to mention with the forward slash. So almost all opening tag have the closing tag, but it is not compulsory, right? Compulsory in the sense there are some tags without closing tags. But normally in HTML, every opening tag have a closing tag. But there are some tag, for example, see BR is a tag without closing tag. Input is a tag without closing tag. The HR is a tag without closing tag. So in HTML, there are some tag without the closing tag. But normally most of the tags in HTML, they have the opening tag and the closing tag. Now see how tags are written. So for example, see one tag I'm writing like this. This is a tag, right? Closing tag will be like this, right? That will be the closing tag. Now here we are mentioning the attributes. Some attributes. For example, see BG color. BG color is equal to, suppose here I am mentioning blue or something like this. This is tag. This is the attribute and this is called as the value. Again, I am repeating. This is tag. That is the opening tag. This is closing tag. This is the attribute and this is the value. We may have the multiple attributes also. Okay, we can have multiple attributes there we can mention. So attribute, value, tag, these are the terminology. Tag, attribute, attribute and the value. Okay, these are the three terminology. Okay, so this is the basic structure. Header part, body section. Okay, now see we have the HTML different versions. What are the version that we are using now? That is HTML5. It came in 2014. So previous version and new version. So definitely see when we get the new version, so there are some add-ons, right? Some extra things and new features are added. And then when we get the new version, right? So what is the difference between HTML5, that is the current version, and previous version? That also we will see. Afterwards, we will see. Okay. How to create HTML page? Any editor you can use. You can use Notepad, text editor, VI editor, any editor you can use. Save the file with .stm or HTML. Okay. Even HTML is also allowed. So save that file with the .stm or HTML. This is HTML file. That's why later on you can save your file with the .php. We can save with the .jsp. Okay. So what technology that you are using? Okay. So based on that. Okay. So now we are creating HTML web pages. That's why we are using extension .html or .htm. Okay. So this is how we are writing the code and we are getting the output. Right. Okay. Opening tag, closing tag, header section, body section. Okay. Now see different HTML headings. So see, we want to give headings. So for that, there are the heading tags. Heading tags are from H1 to H6. H1 H1 tag, right? H1 opening tag, H1 closing tag. H2 opening tag, H2 closing tag. H3 opening tag, H3 closing tag, right? So we have these heading tags from H1 to H6. From H1 to H6. H1 is bigger one, and then it is decreasing, becoming smaller, right? So smallest is H6, bigger is H1. Okay, so there are 6 HTML heading tags. Okay, then to write text, we use these paragraph tags. We have the multiple division in a text, so we have div tag also. This is an inline style sheet. After that, so in next coming lecture, you will learn how to use CSS. Now text formatting. Okay, so see here, when when I have opened this web page, HTML web page 2.html, right? So here some text were in bold, some in italic, some was in underline. Okay, so how we are getting the text? For that we have to write code, right? So how we are writing that code? See, I'm opening it with Notepad++. This is the code that we are writing, right? So see, this is the H1 tag, right? Then this is the paragraph. Then inside that paragraph we are using the bold tag, right? So what is the meaning of this text? That will be the bold. Opening bold tag, closing bold tag. Opening italic tag, closing italic tag. Opening underline tag, closing underline tag. So within this body tag, here we are writing the text. But how we are writing the text? By using the tags. Right? So just quickly we will see. So bold tag, opening, closing, right? In between that we have to mention some text. What will the output? That text will be in out bold. Italic, it will be seen in italic. Underline, that will be underline. Output will be in underline. Superscript, for example, see A2 raised to 5 or company name raised to TM trademark we write. So that is called a superscript. For that we have SUP tag. Then subscript, strong. Final output is same, okay, but they are made for the different purpose. That's why we have the different tag. But bold tag and strong tag, they have the same output. Emphasize, final output is same. Italic and the emphasize tag, they have the same output. Then we have pre tag, okay. It is a special tag. I will tell you what is the use of pre tag. If you don't want any formatting, what are the text that we are writing? So see, normally text that we are writing, so in HTML, see, suppose if you want next line. So see, suppose here I am not using pre-tag, and suppose I want next line should be next line. Okay, so here we have written like that, but this it preserves spaces and line break. You should go to the next line. So in HTML that will not happen. For that we have to use break tag. So if you use break tag, then only it will come to the next line. Normally this happens, but see, we don't want all those things. Whatever the formatting that we have written, formatting in the sense next line, some in between white spaces. So whatever the things that you want, so as it is text here we will write, and we will enclose it in pre-tag. So whatever the text that you have written, as it will be shown on a browser. Whatever the text that we have written, as it will be shown on a browser or on that web page. So that is the use of pre-tag. Whatever the content is there, it will be shown as it is. That is the use of pre-tag. Then we have this block code tag. So normally we don't use it, but we should know it. What is the use of this block code tag? We have taken some content from any website and we want to give some reference. We want to give some reference. So that reference we can mention here. Site is equal to that website name. Here we can mention. Example I will show. See here we have opened. See here I have opened one web page, right? So here we have written text, and suppose just for example, we have taken this text from some another website. So see, I have selected this. I am going to right click on this, click on inspect. So see here I have mentioned block code site is equal to picd.edu. So see what I want to tell, that text I have taken from this particular website. So that reference, if you want to mention in any HTML page, so that can be mentioned, that can be referred, that can be entered by using block code tag. Okay, reference we can give. Block code is a tag, site is the attribute, and this is the value, whatever the website that we want to mention, right? So in this way, we can give a reference. Okay, and del, so something that you want striped. Okay, so here you can see it is a stripe. So that thing you can mention inside the del tag. Okay, so already we have covered this part. Now anchor tag, any hyperlink that we want to mention. So see this anchor tag, href is the attribute, and after clicking on that link, what should get open, which web page should get open, that we have to mention as a value to the href attribute. A, that is anchor tag. Okay, A stands for anchor. Anchor tag, href is the attribute. This is the value, right? Okay. Then suppose we want that link should get open in another tab. So here one more attribute we have to add. Target is equal to underscore blank. Simple example. See, this is a link, right? So by using anchor tag, we have created the link. When we click on that, it is getting open in another tab, right? So how it is possible? It is possible by using this. It is possible by using this. Target is equal to underscore blank. This attribute we have added. Okay, I will share this PPT, so later on you can go through it. Even what are the programs that I have shown, that also I will share. So you can go through it. Different headings you can use. One thing is, see, Suppose, so see, HRF, we are mentioning some web page. Okay, so if you click on that link, that web page will get open. But suppose I want to give link within that web page only. Okay, suppose something like this. Uh, I have an example that I will tell. See, we have one big web page, and suppose here computer engineering. Then here there is some text. Then there is IT. Then here we have some text. Then we have ENTC. Okay, then we have some text. Then suppose here we have the link. Suppose here we have link C. Then we have link IT. Then we have link ENTC. If I click on C, so I should get that web page should get scrolled up. I should get this content. If I click on this IT, web page should get scrolled up and I should see this content. If I click on this ENTC, web page should get scrolled and we should get this content. Okay, so it is possible by using this ID. See, for that content, we can use this ID. We can give this ID while giving this address. So see, HREF, hash, and this ID name. HREF, what is the ID? Section 1. So hash ID name. What is the ID? Here we have given section 2, hash ID. What is the ID name? We have given section 2.1, whatever it is, right? Hash section 2.1. Suppose this content we have saved in another web page. Okay, suppose this content in suppose index.html, and this content is suppose on department.html, something like that, department.html. So IDs we will create, right? Sections we will give. So see here we have to use, we can use section tag. Section is a tag. You can give the ID. So how we can give it? Suppose here we are using see, this is the C. We want to create hyperlink, right? So that's why anchor tag. This is the closing anchor tag, right? Then after clicking on that HREF, right? HREF, here we have to mention that link, right? So see, after clicking on that department.html, that web page should get open, but it should get open, but it should get scrolled to this part only. Okay. Or suppose if I click on this IT, so I should get another web page and it should get scrolled up and again I should see this content. So how it is possible? Here we have to mention department.html hash, whatever the section ID that we have given. Suppose I have given section ID IT. So likewise also we can give. So see, when we click on the IT, this department.html web page will get open, and which section it will get open, which part will get open, wherever we have mentioned the ID IT, right? So automatically that page will get scrolled up and it will get open. Okay, so likewise we can give this. Okay, now also we can include the image inside our web page. So see, here we have included one image, right? So this image that we have added, where that image is saved, here you can see this is the image. See, if I open it, so here you can see this is the image, but I want to include that image in my web page, right? So for that, here we have the img tag. For that we have the img tag, right? Okay, then we have the order list. So that's see, suppose we want to list out. Okay, so 1 2 3 are in Roman 1 2 3 are in capital Roman 1 2 3, right? Or ABC, capital ABC. Likewise, suppose we want to create one list. So for that we have this tag. OL stands for the order list. This is a closing order list tag. And here we have the multiple list item. Okay, apple, orange, grapefruit. So see, or apple, orange, grapefruit, right? So by default, when we are not mentioned type attribute value, so by default it is 1. By default it is. By default you will get this result. But suppose we want this result, capital ABC, or suppose we want small ABC. Suppose we want Roman 1 2 3, or suppose if you want small Roman 1 2 3, like this. So then here we have to mention the type. Type is equal to capital A. We will get this output. Type is equal to small a. We will get this output. Type is equal to capital I. We will get this output. Likewise. Then UL stands for unordered list. Okay. So suppose we want a result something like this. We can do that. Type is equal to disk. This result. Type is equal to circle. This. Type is equal to square. This. and default one that will be this. Okay, so and UL unordered list tag, and this is a closing unordered list tag. Okay, then we have definition list tag. Very rarely we use. You might be knowing that very rarely we use it. But see output. Suppose what we want, heading and content. Heading and content. Such kind of things if you want. So for that purpose we can use definition list. So see, DL stands for definition list, closing definition list tag, definition term, and definition description. Okay, heading description, heading description. Such kind of thing if you want, so we can use this tag. This is the output. Here you can see, right? Order list, unordered list, heading description, heading description, heading description. Okay. So this is how basic HTML tags are used. Later on we'll see table and form. Okay. So in tomorrow's session we'll cover how HTML tables are used, how HTML forms are used, and also we'll see what is the XML, DTD, and XSL. Okay. So that part we will cover in tomorrow's session.